ladies and gentlemen, everything that's going on where they're claiming is climate change is actually man-made. I mean, let's face it. They just use climate change so nobody has to take accountability. But there certainly should be accountability for the state the planet's in, all of the pollution and greenhouse gases and everything, the pollution and dumping in the ocean. And these are the causes of what they're labeling climate change. But this is all man. It's all of the people that are patting themselves on the back, talking about they're running things. Yes, you are running the earth into non-existence. This is why things must change on the planet in order for us to even have a future. You're not going to have a future with these people that are running things now. You'll never have a future. So climate change, which is man-made problems on this earth, is drying up the Colorado River, putting millions at risk of severe water shortages. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 40 million people in America that count on their water supply coming from this river. And they said it has actually, the amount of water in there is reduced by 20%. 20% compared to the last century. And of course, climate change, because if we say climate change, then no one has to take personal responsibility. That's what this bullshit is about. I mean, you got to see it for what it is. These people done jacked up the earth, and it's all over their greed and undying nature of always trying to make a buck at everybody's expense, right? So now this river is one of many, because there's more that have dried up on this earth, is now part of the man-made problem that was created on this planet. The Colorado River wraps around Horseshoe Bend in Page, Arizona. A new study finds that the vital river is in grave danger due to rising temperatures. Researchers have found more than half of the decline in the river's flow is connected to increasing temperatures. And as warming continues, they say the risk of severe water shortages for the millions that rely on it is expected to grow. And ladies and gentlemen, we had a treacherous summer last year between storms and the hot temperatures and tornadoes that ripped through here. It was treacherous. And the one thing I remember that was said was these heat waves that are coming to America will not only increase, but they will be longer. Right now, we have a heat wave, and sometimes they may last a few days or even a week. They said heat waves will easily last 2-3 weeks, even possibly a month, as the earth continues to heat up. And in all honesty, Americans are not prepared for that. You're not. Look, I had to go to a hotel because our power was out for 2 days during a heat wave. Okay, you're going to have power outages up the wazoo across America if heat waves are lasting that long. And I'm just telling y'all right now, this country ain't ready for heat waves like that. And think about the people that must rely on sunscreen. After a certain temperature, the sunscreen don't even work. It's like having nothing on. and good luck if you have an outdoor job, or you got to be outside for one reason or another like that. So yes, I can see the warming drying up the river. And they said usually it don't go quite this quickly, but it is going quickly because, the earth is just so screwed up right now. It really is. So they're saying there is some decrease in the flow, and it's likely no matter what actions are taken. So they're saying no matter what changes are made due to quote unquote climate change, it's not going to do anything to reverse what's going on with this river. Uh-huh. So they're saying the river could shrink even more by 19 and even up to 31% by the middle of this century. That's pretty drastic when you think about how many people are relying on this thing. The Colorado River starts high in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado and Wyoming. So you can see right here, right here, before snaking its way across Southwest on its way to the Gulf of California. So look at this thing. I mean, it goes from Denver, Utah, Arizona, it goes into Nevada, California, and even into Mexico. So Colorado, Utah, Arizona, Nevada, California, and Mexico. Wow. Man, if that thing dries up, those people will be in serious, serious trouble. Wow. En route, the water is diverted to supply major cities like Denver, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and San Diego, as well as farms in the US and Mexico that grow vegetables that feed millions around the world. Yeah, I mean, I can see how that is really a major river, especially, on the west. Wow. Without this river, American cities in the Southwest would dry up and blow away, you'd all said. However, the river's problems start well before it reaches people's faucets. Global warming is taking a severe toll on the snowpack that feeds the river, the scientists found. You know what? That's really true. Here in the Northeast, we didn't hardly get no snow this year. And they're saying we're going to have an early spring. And I can feel it because we're in February and there are days we are hitting over 60 degrees and 50 degrees, which, I mean, those temperatures are way too warm for snow. And usually, this time of the year, we're in 30s, possibly 40s, and we're going well above that. So, yes, I do agree. It is a much warmer season. In fact, they said 2019 was the hottest year on record. And as it looks right now, I really believe we're going to surpass that in 2020. I really do. I know we are in the Northeast. It's been a rainy event this winter, but hardly, I could probably count on my one hand the snowfalls, and those snowfalls were so light, it didn't really leave much snow. And the snow never stuck around long. Sometimes it was gone within hours. So I am noticing the difference, definitely, As temperatures increase, snow cover in the region is declining, meaning less energy from the sun is reflected back into space and more warms the ground as heat. This triggers a vicious cycle that leads to even more evaporation and therefore less water supply. Wow. The river's flow has also been diminished by a severe drought that spanned much of the last 2 decades, leaving its two main reservoirs, Lake Powell and Lake Mead, barely half full. Access to the Colorado River's water has long been a contentious issue among the 7 states that rely on it. Yeah. I mean, when I look at that map, it's incredible how big that river is. Wow. Last year, a new deal was reached that will govern the rights to it until 2026. But Udall says negotiations will get underway later this year to determine how to divvy up the water in a drier, more arid future. Well, at this point, I don't know what they're going to do, because everything going on with this earth, you can't reverse this mess. I don't care what they get up and claim, oh, we can reduce this in 20 years. No, you can't. No, you can't. The earth is going to do what it's going to do. Okay. It's heating up and it's going to continue to go down this path no matter what these folks put in place. I think even if they made changes, y'all, I think they waited too late to make these changes. I really do. I think everybody is going to have to adjust to a much hotter earth. That's just the way it is. But y'all, please tell me what you think. You know, this is definitely, just looking at this map, it's definitely a major river in this country. But please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.